VP, I feel like so much hinges on G every time I've cast them. If he has a bad game, I feel like the team just struggles. More so than other teams rely on their solo mid, but what's your read on VP? How do you expect things will go for them?
I kind of agree. G is pretty much the tempo controller, and he determines whether or not they're going to have a good game. But when they have the Naga Siren, things are a little different. They usually like to, do the norm and get 4 space creators and wait for Naga to get her items. And I think Illidan plays the Naga, so look to see G, probably being more active this game, or at least just like deep pushing, maybe on like a Puck or something.
Yeah, Puck is out there. Off laners, there's Clockwork. What else is there? There's Nature's Prophet, although not many teams have really been prioritizing.
Yeah, he's not the greatest offlane. He's especially on Dire. It can be difficult.
And especially also in this kind of draft, where you've already got the Naga that's like just sucking up a lot of farm. Like you said, you just want heroes that can set up ganks and apply pressure, and also take the fights, which Prophet doesn't offer you too much there. So, what other supports are there for VP? There's Shadow Demon, I guess, is one, but
for support with the Disruptor, usually want to have some sort of like direct damage, I think.
So like Jakiro.
I mean, that can be okay, but they need like they need more setup than just like a net or a glimpse. So they could do like Avenge. They could do.
Could be a while, but
they could do a Rubik maybe. They could even do like a Sand King or an Earthshaker or something along those lines, like just like a hard stunner. Could be pretty good.
Yeah, the SK in particular has just been like.
Yeah,
I think he's like top 3 support picks right now, and he came out of nowhere.
The jungle change, like how he can do all the stacks and stuff, it's kind of ridiculous. I think he's a little too strong, actually.
Yeah,
so
and it's also just the fact that you can just rush the blink now. You don't really.
Yeah,
you're a little bit strapped for mana if you you have to have full mana to hit your combo at level 6, level 7, but. Well, they won't get the Sand King. MYM goes straight for it. Now, the last time I saw them play earlier today, they went Puck, Centaur, Sand King, and I forget who their carry was. But basically, it was just like this lineup that wanted to fight constantly. And
the Wraith King?
No, it wasn't Wraith King. But yeah, it was another hero that had like a stun and just a lot of early game fighting power. And, well, I wonder if VP are going to give them opportunities to fight. Running Naga already is... MYM will want to get those blinks and just go to work before the Radiance and the next set of items come online.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse with the MYM chasing after Virtus Pro. See if they're able to catch him.
Yeah, let's see what VP go for here. Puck, you mentioned, is a strong solo mid, still available. Outside of that, and other space creators, anything that jumps out at you as far as like...
I mean, there's always like... it's not that common, but Elder Titan's pretty good at deep pushing, and another mid hero that G plays. I mean, I know he likes Shadow Fiend a lot, but I don't know if they're gonna pick it here.
I think I have seen them put G on like heroes like Dragon Knight a handful of times, but it's been mixed results. It's just G's one of those players where I feel like he's at his best, but you just give him something that can make flashy plays and just take over the game and snowball.
Dragon Knight could be really good for MYM actually.
Yeah, they do need a solo mid, and it gives you just the reliable instant stun. Against Nature's Prophet, you can also go Shadow Blade and just try and gank him all over the map. Let's see what they do. MYM already have their support, so they'll need a solo mid. They'll need a safe lane farmer. What did they ran a carry Doom? Oh, that's right, it was a Doom. So they ran like just 4 combat heroes basically earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's something I drafted at Star Ladder. I did the Dragon Knight Centaur Doom cores. It's like
the beast cakes.
Yeah, it's so strong. Like, and they all get max move speed with the Centaur ult. You just run over. You just run over kids. Can't do anything.
Clown on some fools. Well, MYM are going to go Death Prophet here. So they have a very scary AoE team fight combo. A lot of just damage over time as well, and good push. So we've seen this work out pretty well. The Death Prophet pick has been reasonably effective against Nagas if they have a decent enough start, but it seems like a lot of the time when I watch teams run Death Prophet, she just gets ganked once or twice, or the team like uses her ult and then doesn't accomplish an objective. And kind of like Shadow Shaman, it feels like if the ult's not getting stuff done early and often, then often the hero just gets into the mid game, the late game, and Naga's just running circles around you.
They should look at something to gank the Death Prophet, because Death Prophet one-on-one is actually really strong. But you know, like you said, she's really easy to gank, and keeping Death Prophet down is going to be how Virtus Pro is able to delay the game.
There's Bane out there as a possibility. What else would you think VP might go for here? Like junglers?
They're gonna have. I mean, yeah, they could. I don't know about a jungler plus a Naga, but they're gonna do. They have the Nature's Prophet TP in as well, so they probably won't lack damage. So they could just go for some sort of control, and then they still have their mid hero as well, which could be anything.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll see what they do. And for MYM at this point, they just need. Well, I guess it's probably a Death Prophet mid, so they just need their safe lane farmer though.
VP could do Alchemist mid.
Alchemist has been really unpopular lately. Like, I know Cloud9 was running a bit for Sing Sing, and it was actually they were having like a miniature slump, I guess, a few weeks back, and
yeah,
that was one of the heroes that wasn't working for them.
I think China plays it, so it must be good.
Well, definitely stronger on the Dire side, where you have access to Roshan, and there's some cool tricks I've seen some of the Chinese players do. I think it was Super random mid on Radiant, and you can like drop acid spray from the low ground and stack the Ancients very efficiently. So he was doing some cool stuff with that, but yeah, we'll see what they go for.
I think Alchemist could fit well. I think I kind of want to say Storm Spirit, then again, I don't think it would be the greatest.
It is a G hero, but they have quite a few stuns, and they have the Death Prophet silence, which in theory could give them a lot of trouble.
I think they should get a killer. Like, they have the CM jungling. He's going to get his level 2. He's going to just smoke middle. Death Prophet's going to have the waves push out, so she's always going to be in like a bad position. And they just, with the CM Nova and Freeze, and then whatever the mid hero is, I think they should be able to kill her. So,
you know, that's the one thing when I look at Death Prophet mid that I guess has kind of irked me is when the lane pushes out, like, what does she do? Like, she's not like Shadow Fiend where she can just go clear stacks at level 5, level 7. I mean, sure, she can clear them, but it's not as efficient and takes longer too.
Yeah, so, it's not as efficient as Shadow Fiend, but she's still able to clear them.
Yeah.
And like, especially if she gets like the satyrs on like the medium camp,
that
can be pretty good.
I guess it's not just quite as ideal, but
yeah, no, obviously she's no Shadow Fiend, but they picked her for a different reason here.
All right, DK. So DK Death Prophet, kind of like the DK Pugna stuff we've been seeing on and off. I mean, we saw a little bit of it at Star Ladder. I think it was run one time successfully, but yeah, for the most part, it's.
We ran DK Pugna and we lost.
Oh, that was you guys. Okay.
It's not run successfully.
Was it? I thought you. Oh yeah, you're right.
It's a rough game, man. I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry. I remember a DK Pugna strat.
DK did Pugna in the finals. I don't know if they had, I don't know if they had Dragonite.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's probably the game I was remembering. Then again, everything was working for DK at the Star Ladder, so. Well,
please.
Dragonite mid.
Alchemist, I own.
Yeah, you're the man.
Look how good I am.
Yeah, look at that. Well, so Alchemid, it looks like Illidan on the safe lane Naga probably, and they actually do go with the Prophet in the end, which, I mean, you were saying you don't think is the strongest pick this game, but
it depends what the Sand King is doing, because a lot of like when you have like a Sand King as a support, you can get pretty greedy on your offlane because he's always going to be busy in the jungle, like trying to get a stack or just using a Sandstorm to clear the stacks. So a lot of times he's not really present in the lane. So it's more of like a 1-on-2 in most cases.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, shouldn't you be able to just go like block the Sand King's camps with your Treants to kind of slow him down?
Yeah, I think he's going to place importance on blocking the. Like, Treants play different ways. They either keep both Treants with them and right-click out the supports, or they try and block the small camp and then pull the creep wave with the other Treant. So we'll see what kind of style he goes for.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce our teams here. We've got Virtus Pro on the Dire side, MYM on the Radiant, and we'll start with Virtus Pro. We have ars-art playing the Nature's Prophet, G on the Alchemist, heading towards the mid lane. Illidan will be taking the Naga Siren safe lane, NS on the Disruptor, and Jotum on the Crystal Maiden. And on the Radiant side, we've got Team MYM. They're 0-1 through their first game of play. They have 7 total group stage matches, all the teams do, and they'll be looking to bounce back here. Ace is the offlane Centaur Warrunner. Rise is the Dragon Knight. We've got Nota playing the Dazzle, Unicorn on the Sand King, and Link on the Death Prophet. So they're running the Death Prophet safe lane, and she's going to be rushing early Bassi, probably looking to push the tower down and apply some pressure a bit later on. But Yep, if you're just joining us, guys, you are watching the Summit EU. This is our European division. One team from the 8 that we've invited will advance to the LAN finals here in LA for $80,000 in prize money and hopefully rising. There's no bundle yet, but if you want to watch in Dota TV, it's free to do so until the bundle gets released, so be sure to consider that. Yeah. With that being said, PPD, what do you think of the lanes?
I think MYM made the good decision of putting Dragon Knight mid instead of Death Prophet. Even though Dragon Knight's, you know, he's not the hardest gank, but he's a little bit tankier than the Death Prophet. So maybe he'll survive that CM gank, maybe he won't. We'll have to see. But I mean, lanes are what we expected.
It's the safer play, basically, because you need the deep Death Prophet to get farm, but if Dragon Knight dies a time or two, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, he's just going to be bottle crowing and getting a CS no matter what, so...
Yeah, this mid lane looks to be very boring, actually. Alchemist versus Dragon Knight is, not exactly the flashiest matchup out there. But our off lane for MYM is going to be Centaur against Disruptor, Naga, so... Yeah, just a dual lane that needs their levels more than anything. Like, not really able to do too much early on, and you can already see Ace going super ham here on NS. Maybe too ham. No, he'll back off. As for the Dire offlane, ars-art on the Prophet. Went to the Boots first build, and probably just going to watch the Phase Boots, and... Well, Link's giving him a bit of hurting here with this 5 armor from the Rain of Protection. He's trading quite effectively.
Yeah, I don't know. Fiora can't really trade. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Boots first build, is you don't have that much regen. I mean, sure you can TP back, but doing it this early is not what you want to be doing.
Oh, no, he's good. Yeah. I mean, Boots first is definitely the way to go, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's such a change of pace the way teams play. It's like such a breath of fresh air from how teams were playing him in 6.78, where it was all just about, like, Alliance, who did it the best, would just run Bulldog in the offlane. He'd start with the Gloves of Haste and 2 Clarities. Sometimes his teammates would even pull him 2 more. He'd go the offlane, just block the camps the first 2 times, and then they'd have, like, all these stacks prepared for him. He'd get all the last hits, so he'd have, like, the 5-minute Midas or what have you. And
that's before they changed the offlines, though, with the creepy equilibrium and the experience range.
This could be our first blood. NS is just going to get blown up by Ace. Nicely done. Got off a stomp, had the Boots first, and Disruptor just not able to run away from the Centaur.
That's not good.
Oh, mid lane. Courier snipe attempted. Shot him. Gonna get the last hit. He just walked in for this one, but Ryze is going to try and run him down. Has no Dragon Tail. With just some right clicks and a Breathe Fire, could get this kill. There is a Frostbite available soon, but oh, needed that last right click. Now the Alk stun. They might actually keep Jotum alive. Ace lumbers in, though, and he'll just jam it in with another kill.
The Centaur's having a game.
Nice try by G, though. Tried to use the bottle on him, but not enough.
CM so slow, man. Like, when you have a bad game at CM, you just get, like, really late boots, you just feel so worthless. You're just, like, crawling across the map.
I hate playing that hero. That's of all the support heroes, that is just it's like once in like 20 games you'll have like that awesome CM ult that kills 3-4 heroes, but if 20, it might even be more than that.
Yeah, when the hero's behind, it does look it actually looks almost useless when you're behind.
They're gonna smoke up now. So Jotum I think he just walked in for that courier attempt, and now they'll go for the first smoke gank of the game. They'll find Ryze here mid. G's gonna pop his Invisor, and this means he can't be stunned, and now he'll just start walking up. CM's going to frostbite him, and Ryze should be going down. One more right click. Nope. Bottles up. Almost enough. Not quite, though. Unicorn joined the fray, and they glimpse him right back. Now G's cornered a bit, though. The creeps are going to run him down, so in the end, G will fall. Good attempt on the glimpse, and while that was happening, they lost their Naga top.
This game's a disaster for VP, man. Internal conflicts are going to come out during this game for sure.
Uh-oh. Are you expecting some premature GGs, or...?
When your safe lane loses like this, it's... your only excuse, like, the only reason that this happens is because people are misplaying.
Yeah, the Disruptor was just underestimating the strength of the Centaur, maybe expecting more backup from the Naga, but...
Centaur's really tough to harass out by yourself as, like, a Disruptor or a Crystal Maiden, but you have to be constantly aware that his double edge will kill you. Like, it does a ton of damage, and he can trade really well with it, because even if you both, like, trade to, like, the very bits of your HP, he just finishes you off with double edge, and he doesn't die.
Yeah, and even if he dies afterwards, he's still gotten the gold and the experience, so he's in good shape. Ace will be chased out top lane, but not able to get in range here. The glimpse is available. No, I'll pull it back. Okay. They might get the Centaur. Ace tries to head north instead, but gets nuked down. So they get the kill. It takes 3 though, and it does feel like damage has already been done. But a nice kill there nonetheless for VP.
Yep, they needed that.
So I mean, should VP be putting more emphasis on shutting the Centaur down? Should the Crystal Maiden have ganked top first?
Well,
or should they just be playing more
conservatively? I think the CM should have just maybe jungled the hard camp on the left here, and then Disruptor should have focused on just keep zoning the Centaur out. And if the Centaur overstepped his boundaries, I think they could have killed him with 3 heroes. But when they only have 2, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, we saw this a lot from teams against DK, especially at Starladder, where they just would not respect the Centaur off lane, and he just, as soon as supports leave the lane, he just like solo kills a Lycan.
Yeah,
the hero is just very deceptively strong.
A lot of teams are running Centaur with Invoker, so they have the Sunstrike on top of the stun.
Yeah, that combo is very fearsome. They're gonna bring G in too, so if you can't beat him in a fair fight, just send numbers. They'll go for it now. They get the stomp off on NS, but they've got the wraparound here. Net will come through, the stun as well. 4 heroes coming top, just for poor Ace. He might go down, but hopefully creating space for his team elsewhere on the map. Well, he stomps, goes for the nuke, and not able to kill off the CM with the double edge. Meanwhile, bottom lane, ars-art being chased. There is their backup here. Rise is coming. Burrow striking a nice body block. Could be enough to secure this kill.
Oh, the Treant block.
The Treant block. Countering the Burrow strike. A block attempt.
Interesting Dragonite build. He actually has 2 points in armor. Maybe that was, I don't know if that was on purpose or not. But if he had 3 points, he could have just breathed fire up the cliff and killed him, I think.
Do you remember, did you ever see Illidan's old Dragonite?
Isn't Illidan infamous for having, like, almost stupid skill builds?
Well, I think that's putting it aggressively, but he definitely had some questionable builds that no one else used. His Dragonite build was just skipping Breathe Fire. He just maxed the stun and maxed the Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna try that on my pubs, see what happens.
He would go safe lane, so it's like he didn't need to bottle Crow as much, but it was unusual to say the least. And there were so many times where it's like, man, could really use a 300 damage nuke right about now. Too bad all I can do is walk around and not take damage.
I would just be pinging my teammate and spamming the chat wheel thing. It's this new meta.
Well, 7 minutes in. Let's kind of take stock of where we're at. Score 4-3. Gold, dead even. Experience is going slightly the Dyer's way. So, despite what was a pretty bad start for VP, they've bounced back nicely. And Illidan is just straight up rushing a relic here. 2,100 gold. Doesn't seem to be spending any money on regen, no Aquila, and, well, right as I say that, he might go down top. Does manage to get off the press button, win game button, and he'll get out.
1-11 in recent games. Did you see that stat?
Oh, no, I missed it. Who's 1-11?
VP.
Yeah, they won their last... I think they just won a game in ESL today. Yeah, they just won a game in ESL. It might not have been recorded yet. So make that a solid 2-11.
They're streaking, then.
There you go. Yeah, they're trending up. It's, you know, you look at this VP roster, they have so many talented players and just like big names, but I mean, it's a classic case of, you know, it's how people kind of expected the dream team for like when DK was announced. I think a lot of people were like, I don't know if this is actually going to work. Sure, they're all amazing players, but will they play well as a team? And, you know, I guess that's VP ended up to be the flip side of that coin where they just don't get along that well.
Oh, come on. You don't know that.
I've heard things.
Well, they're coming back very admirably this game.
They definitely are. Ace will get caught up by net top lane. There's no song here and no ultimate either for Ace. This will be another death for him. Goes for the stomp. They do juke it. They juke it beautifully, but he's too tanky with the stout shield. They can't quite bring him down. Then the turnaround comes from Unicorn and Rise hunting him down. Disruptor on the retreat out on the north side. The Prophet on the retreat out on the south. Neither will escape. Oh, barely the Disruptor does. He gets out in the end.
Ace.
Nah, just kidding. Sand Cane Burrow strikes right through the kinetic field. Keeps on walking forward, but he needs like one more right click here. Well, actually now he needs a few more. No, can he get a range for a poison touch? Still the Dragonite tasted. Rise secures the kill. Jams it in with a Breathe Fire. And finally G shows up. And he took a while to get here. That was a long dive, but now unloads the stun, connects on 2. Notice still here on the backside. He's got the Shallow Grave of Belville. Use it on Unicorn. That means Rise is going to need to back himself up. The Sand King's going to burrow into the trees. Last right click will follow him. Cleans him up. Now Noda goes down as well, so Well, it was a slow rotation from VP, but fast enough in the end. I guess good news for MYM is Link does get the tower bottom.
Yeah, and Naga hasn't died yet, so... Or she has died, but that was a long time ago.
And she is rushing Relic, so if they don't pressure her, then this could well pay off. And in fact, well, they've smoked up Illidan. Send him bottom. Maybe looking for a pick-off here.
He's gonna get a nice lane ward. It's gonna really help secure the Naga's farm, I think. Let's see. Yep, there it is.
So, I guess she'll just be sitting here and, like, spam out the wave, maybe go scout the jungle with some illusions, but... Yeah. There's... I don't know, it's kind of weird to rotate Naga to the off lane, though, because I guess she can just, like, hold the lane back, but she can't really go use the enemy jungle as well as her own.
Yeah, not until she gets the Radiance, so... But when she has the Radiance,
yeah,
it's a brand new game.
It's a brand new day for VP here, a fresh start.
Yeah, they're not even that far behind. Like, they should expect to lose the early game. But, I mean, they made some mistakes. They maybe shouldn't be losing it as bad, but they're definitely still in it. And Dragon has always going drums, okay. You'd roll with Magi first. I was like, some next level Orchid build or something.
Yeah, the Prophets almost got a hand of Midas, and I guess the one interesting thing here for MYM is that Unicorn did not rush a Blink Dagger, which almost every Sand King player we've seen lately does that, but he goes for the Arcane Boots first. And so that'll delay their thorough initiation a little bit. They'll find NSB on the tower. That's a level 3 Poison Touch. Then they throw up the Burrow Strike as well, but there's a Song of the Siren from Illidan. Turns the fight around, keeps them all alive. Unicorn forced to retreat out. Sentry War gets deployed. He's not safe here. He's got to get out quickly. Heal comes out. Nice grave by Noda. Another decent one. And that will get him out safely for the time being. ars-art, TPing in, dropping the trance, burrows to the low ground, still goes down to an auto attack. Now Noda, next on the list. Big stomp initiation from Ace, but they're just fighting one at a time here. And MYM are getting blown up. Too much damage. Link has not done anything on the Death Prophet. Oh, there you go. Kills one off, but probably going to pay with his own life here. One more right click, can't get it off. It's an absolute disaster for MYM. 4 heroes dead. Where was the Dragon Knight?
At Dota.
Well, Arnaga probably has Radiance now. No, Relic, 500 gold. This is... I feel like that is not at all worth the tier 1 top.
No, that was definitely not worth it.
Fine G, he gets off his ultimate, Epicenter comes through. It's just enough damage to bring him down. Well, that's a nice little pickup, but they gotta kill this Naga.
Your mic's actually, like, really breaking up for me, I think.
Uh-oh.
You're just like, especially in like the big team fights, it just like fades out.
Not sure why. Apparently it's okay on the stream. We'll see if we can fix it after this game. But,
it's fine.
Sorry, buddy. Not sure what's going on.
I can handle it. We'll be okay.
Yeah. You're a trooper.
Roll with the punches.
They've dropped down an Observer Ward mid. Unfortunately, there's already a Dire Sentry right here. Blinking, stomp. We'll go on Jottam, and they just blow him up. MYM finding some nice pickoffs. 13 minutes in, scores 11-9, but still haven't killed the Naga. And they'll now rotate bottom. Look to take out this tier 2 tower. Will VP be able to defend this? They don't really have many combat items yet. Like, they've got some okay levels, but for the most part, their lineup is just not really worthy of fighting at this point. They just want to stall, get the Radiance up, split push with the Prophet, and well, we'll see if they can do it. They do lose the tier 2, and now the Death Prophet ultimate is available. Do they try and go for a Roche here? Naga ult, up in 30 seconds. Probably not quite enough time.
No, they're going to just keep pushing towers. They actually really need a mech, and it's going to be... Oh no.
It's going to be a Centaur ult, as well as a Dragon Knight ult coming in, and that'll secure some easy cleanup kills. 2 supports down. And VP will just have to split push. They can maybe stall this out a bit with the Riptide Illusions if Illidan wants to send them there, but he's not near the lane, so... VP giving up some kills, and a dangerous time to do so with MYM about to hit their stride and coming into the mid-game. The Blink Dagger for Unicorn's coming soon. The Dragon Knight's up to 3k gold, and maybe Ryze just goes straight Shadowblade here. It's look to shut down this Naga when she's off doing her own thing in the woods. Yep, there you go. This is actually very scary for VP, I feel.
Yeah, they're keeping it competitive with these couple deaths here and there. But Illidan does have his Radiance, so...
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, let the fun begin. Here it is.
Yeah, just use the mirror image before he got it, but the next time he's got one, there'll be four nasty glowing Nagas in the mix. ars-art, meanwhile, going for the Necrobook, so it's going to be full-on, just split push, Rat Dota. VP looking to dodge fights, MYM looking to chase them. Or to find them, rather.
I wonder if Death Prophet's going to buy a mech right now.
You think it's still worth going back for one, even at this stage?
I just feel like the Radiance burn can just get, like, negated a bit with a mech. And if they're looking to end the game, which they probably are, the mech is going to be really important to break high ground.
Yeah, I guess your Centaur could go back for it, but he's already building towards a pipe, so... if she doesn't get one, they're just not building one, really.
Radiance would just be useless, almost.
Yeah, if they get pipe and mech, then the only thing VP can do is just cut waves and stall, but they can't, like, directly damage or shut down heroes.
It's so hard for them to break high ground, I think, because they have the Nature's Prophet all, they have the Naga Radiance plus Illusions, and then Alchemist Cast and Crystal Maiden Novas. But I think VP might want to fight here for some reason.
Well, Rise is going to waddle in there. Just have our Sentry Ward here. He's going to Song, pops the mirror image perhaps, and try and isolate some heroes away from the fight while they focus on Rise first. They'll drop everything from the Static Storm to Kinetic Field, but he's still alive. They grave him up. G needs to get off the stun. He can't because he got silenced by the Death Prophet. Stuns himself instead. Ace still not able to get the kill. Link dropping low. The Radiant's doing quite a bit of work in this fight. In fact, they're all getting blown up. 4 heroes dead. It's going to be 5. The Sand King goes in. Then he'll just burn down. Team wipe going the way of VP. And that Radiance...
I forgot about the Disruptor ult with the Naga Silent Sleep. Like, because Dragonite didn't have a BKB, because he has the Shadow Blade instead, he was just totally useless. He just died.
That was a really well-executed fight by VP as well. Like, they used the song, and they just made sure to isolate the DK, so he was going to be running. And he's the hero that you want to be initiating the fight, not running away. Other issues were, I don't think Sand King was able to get off his Blink Dagger because of the Radiance burn, so couldn't actually deliver an Epicenter. And MYM just... getting crushed in that engagement overall.
Yeah, it was like, what,
they were up by
5 for
10k gold. Well, PPD, not anymore. Where does MYM go from here? Do they keep on pushing? Do they try and go for some ganks? What is the game plan after a fight like that?
I mean, that was obviously a huge fight.
And now they get the mech, too.
They have 95 seconds before sleep is back up, so it could be a good time to try and find something. Because they can't fight into VP's lineup without BKBs against the Naga Sleep. I mean, just Death Prophet has the Eul's to save her, but the Dragonite doesn't have anything, the Sand King doesn't have anything, Centaur doesn't have anything. Like, they're gonna die, like, right away in the Disruptor ult.
Well, they did go back for the mech on the Death Prophet, and they are building towards a pipe on the Centaur, but even so, there's so much magic damage from VP that it'll keep you alive for longer, but that's like the first round of nukes. Pretty much clears out the pipe, and anything beyond that will make you use your mech, and then you're just on the run. And they'll find ars-art bottom. They silence him up. Unicorn Burrow strikes through. They secure the kill. Can they take an objective off of this? Can they go for a base push? Can they go Roche? That is the main question.
It's base time. Let's go.
Yeah, they have Death Prophet ult. They have Dragonite level 2 ult. They should at least force VP back here, if nothing else.
Well, there's no sleep, so hopefully they don't get, like, 3-man Disruptor ulted or something.
Well, there's a glyph available. Dragonite's going to start off with a stun on NS, dropping him quite low, in fact. He's got to retreat out. They've already dropped their Centaur ult too, and now MYM just scrambling back and forth. Well, they stick around, but they got to be careful about this. No more Centaur ult to get them out of trouble. Naga Sleep, still 5 seconds off cooldown. It's going to be back up, though. The tower's not fallen yet. And VP, they hold on for now. They might even look to turn it around with a song. Is he going to go for it? Looks like they're going to retreat out.
It's not fast enough yet until he has, like, travels or something. Or Yasha. But I mean, that was pretty good by MYM. Took a lot of tower damage there. I wish they could have followed up on that Disruptor kill, though. That would have been pretty big.
Yeah, and the thing is now VP have Song back, so as long as they're not forced to waste it, they have a very good second round defense.
Yeah, they have to go into like a farming mode right now, or like they can't just 5-man push right now. They need BKB on Dragonite definitely, and maybe pipe on Centaur as well.
Ace hunting for ars-art, not able to get in range, no ultimate to run him down. And he will just back off in the end. Meanwhile, it's VP's turn to get a bit aggressive. They'll make one of their first moves past the river in quite some time. Illidan just starts to right-click away on the tower. He's got a song if they try to go on him. But there are some good instant stuns here, so he can't feel too comfortable. Rise, top lane. Retreating out. They'll sprout him to start this one. No teleport scroll available. And has the Necro minion here. There's a Shadow Blade still waiting.
No detection.
He'll pop it now. G's going to stun himself. Do they look to go back in? No, it doesn't look like it.
Alchemist is actually going for a halberd, I believe, which is it's pretty good against Dragonite. But the thing about halberd against Dragonite is Dragonite always goes BKB, so halberd's like not the most effective item.
Yeah, and you know the evasion isn't helping you against Death Prophet's ult, so
I think he should have just gone mech.
Yeah. It's I mean the one thing I'll say, I mean sometimes we do see Sanjin Yasha as well. I know some of the Chinese players really prefer that build.
I've seen that.
Just to like help you chase kills, but this is more of a turtling game and less of like a hunter-killer kind of Dota. Yeah,
that was more in like the Shadow Blade Alchemist era. Where, like Shadow Blade was really good.
Yeah, I remember when Shadow Blade used to be a relevant item.
Alchemist was so fun then.
Dude, that hero was so broken then. Pick Alchemist, win game.
I miss him. I played Alchemist support all the time. It was so much fun.
Just like the stun did so much damage, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, people get the medallion too, and then boom.
I mean, I really enjoy the hero as well, but...
yeah, he was fun, but not when the stun's flying at you.
No. Well, VP are going to start just trying to squeeze MYM a bit now. They were on the back foot for the early game, but since the Radiance has come out, they can start sending illusions in, farm the MYM jungle, even look to steal some Ancients in the case of G, and just asphyxiate MYM, deny them resources around the map, and force them to come to fights. And then when they do, you can just song, run away, do it all over again. Or even take the fight, maybe. Illidan's got a VIP booster. Maybe he just goes straight hard.
Now.
What's that?
Sand has his level 11 now, which is pretty useful.
I'm just worried about him getting off an Epicenter this game. There's so much stuff that he's got to deal with. Poison Spray and Radiance Burn being the two main ones.
Yeah. I mean, ultra late game, he would like to have a BKB, but I don't know if the rest of his team's going to be able to keep up.
Yeah.
In the late game. Dragonite honestly has way too many build-up items. Like, you can't go Wand, Drums, Shadow Blade, Treads. Like, you need BKB, especially with like the way they wanted to play this game.
Yeah, I guess they were expecting with their good start that they could just snowball with the Dragonite, but or with the Centaur, but he started giving up quite a few kills, and ever since then they've been in a more defensive posture. They'll find ars-art top lane, they'll pop that Centaur ultimate, and just start beating. Well, they'll beat him down. Right back to the base.
2/3 of the BKB now are finished, so...
Meanwhile, Naga's gotten heart. Illidan skipping the Boots of Travel, skipping the Yasha, and just going straight into some raw HP here.
Oh, NS is going to die too.
Well, VP are getting picked off a bit. A few more right clicks, and down he goes.
Disruptor all too.
Nice Yule Scepter by Link as well, just to avoid some of that damage. Now VP have gotten baited into a pretty deep dive. In comes the Epicenter. Illidan silenced up, can't get off his ultimate. That's going to be 3 dead, I believe. G also falling. It's going to be 4. The lone survivor, the Crystal Maiden.
That's 2 axes too, I think.
This could be Rax. This could be...
I think it's 2. Oh, no. Alchemist buyback.
Do they have a Naga buyback is the question. No Naga buyback.
He just bought the heart.
Yeah. Well, it didn't save him there was the other thing, you know? He wasn't even that tanky. Kind of odd to say with a heart Naga at 23 minutes. But now MYM taking that melee Rex bottom. It's 1 lane of Rex down. It's definitely not over for VP from just that. But... now MYM, the way to Roche will be much more open. They can back
BKB
off,
Dragonite.
Pick up those next items. And, yep, BKB's online for him as well. So, in the end, that's a pretty big fight. What's that?
Almost a heart for Death Prophet as well.
It's getting a little scary for VP now. I mean, you mentioned mass BKBs. I guess the other thing is you can just get a bunch of raw HP so that the Radiance Burn doesn't tickle.
Well, I said Death Prophet's fine because she has the Yules.
Yeah,
that'll save her through the Disruptor ult, so she's not like she actually get her spells off and stuff. It's the it was the Dragonite who didn't have a BKB that had trouble, but now that he has his BKB, I don't think anything could stop them. Well,
I guess this is where VP go into just hardcore dodging mode and just take 0 fights, constantly split push, get Naga level 16, and just try and stall the game.
Yeah, they need MYM to make some mistakes here. A couple more deaths on maybe ars-art or something.
They'll go into the pit. And this looks to be an easy Roche. Nobody from MYM even remotely in the neighborhood. Although Ace is heading that way. But he'll be too late. The Roche dropping quite low. Acid Spray cooling down, and they'll ping it out, but not in position to contest. VP, this is big for them. Hearts up. Now the Boots of Travel probably coming next, and they've got a little wiggle room for the next fight, but only a little.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. They're gonna need all the help they can get, I think. And there's no Necro 3 for this fight as well.
So last fight they had no Naga buyback, and they had no Glyph available. This time around they have a Glyph, they have an Aegis.
This fight's gonna be totally different. Like, MYM is so strong right now with their items.
That's true, though. They did get a bunch of items. Elden's just going to go right in. This could be a huge kinetic field. Static Storm combination catches out 3. Oh, they're all silenced. They're all melting to the AoE. Then the Epicenter from Unicorn tries to turn this fight around. Jumps back in. Going hard. Can't quite get this kill. Now Jodam trapped in the trees. They've actually managed to turn the fight around, but Naga is coming back. ars-art's still alive. Can the Ghost bring him down? Just a few more ticks. A few more. They get him. They do get ars-art in the end, so that's 3 heroes dead and an Aegis down. And they only lost 2, and they're not done yet. They might get NS as well. One more right click gets the kill. Rise does it, so essentially a team wipe. 5 hero kills, 1 of them removing an Aegis. One more good fight like that.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get the Disruptor out there. Fight was actually probably as good as it could have gone for VP, I think. Like, really good initiation with the sleep, but I'm not even sure that was their fight to take.
Well, yeah, that was my question for you, Peter, is should they have been trying to take a fight, or should they have just been using the Aegis to split push and, like, stall the game out?
I mean, I'm not exactly sure, because I don't think they were going to be able to stall the game out. Like, I don't think MYM was stopping at that tier 2. I think they were going base for sure. But maybe it was the best fight. Like, actually, the fight went pretty well. They got rid of they had Aegis. They lost the Aegis, but they killed 3. And I mean, Dragon Knight and Death Prophet survived, which is kind of unfortunate, but
nature calls.
High tense games, man. Sometimes you can just hold it the whole time.
Yeah, VP have made it so scary for MYM that they're peeing their pants now. That's when you know you're playing some good Dota. Well, coming down the
Yeah, sounds like he tried his best to not make us wait.
Yeah, well, as long as he's respecting us as, you know, an event operator, then I'll let it slide. Just this once. Well, things looking good for MYM. The main thing is just that 1 lane of Rax being down, because to me it feels like 1 good fight, and with the Aegis now gone, that's probably your 2nd lane of Rax. And from there, very hard for VP to hold on to the base. They're pretty much 1 bad fight away from losing this game.
Let's see. What are the items here? They need some items.
What kind of items
do they need? Aghanim Skill and Disruptor could be a game changer. He's 1,000 away.
Yeah, Aghanim Disruptor is when that item upgrade was announced, there was definitely some people who were just like, "Oh my god, this is the most broken hero ever now." But the main thing is it's hard to farm on that hero. Still, because he's rushing it, he's getting close. Like you said, not that far off. Basically just needs 1 component.
But the real question is why did he buy the Blade of Alacrity instead of the Wizard Staff, or what is Staff of Wizardry?
Needs a little armor. They're up against a very physical, DPS-heavy lineup, you know?
And the attack speed as well?
Yeah, well, mainly the attack speed. The armor's secondary.
Alright, Smoke, here we go. Let's see what they got.
Well, they're heading the wrong way for starters. Or are they?
No, they're just going for the...
This is a very indecisive Smoke gank.
I mean, I thought maybe they were just going to run bottom and try and get that tier 2. But they were like, actually, we need to defend top.
It kind of looks like a team that has multiple people making calls and...
Oh, come on, don't be like that, LD.
Yeah. What's going on here?
They got this, dude. big sleep into Disruptor ult.
Are they going to group up for it? The song will come. Already the Death Prophet ult deployed, though. I don't know if they want to go into this. She's going to do a lot of damage. Illidan got to back off. They'll drop the Static Storm, but there's no kinetic field either. They really weren't sure about that one, and now they're going to pay for it. NS gets caught out. G will die as well. Epicenter over the top. And Link now looks to breach the base. No song to defend this. Out comes the Sand King stun once again onto Illidan. The Naga thrown up in the air by the Yule Scepter. Just buying them a few seconds time. They will get some more Riptide Illusions back into this fight until Centaur arrives. Drops the Stomp. The Double Edge as well. It's not enough damage just yet though. Illidan will be able to live. A Zoning Crystal Maiden ult drives them back. Keeps the Naga alive. And the rest of the team did have to retreat quite far. They are all very low. So in the end, they lose 3, but they'll hold on to this base, it looks like.
Is Dragonite not the coolest hero in Dota? I mean, look at him.
What, just a big ass, kick-ass blue dragon?
It's just the aesthetics. He's so nice. And he owns.
Well, as long as he owns, I guess it's okay. But this is going to be the second lane of Rax for MYM. Leading 26-17, 29 minutes in, and bouncing back after a rough Game 1 performance against rox.kis. So if they can go on to take this one, they'll be 1-1. VP will fight on. They'll try to get a defense here. They get 1 kill off with the Riptide, a 2nd kill on the Sand King on the way out. They do, however, still get the Rex for MYM. So if this is how it ends for that push, this could be bad. This could be bad if they lose Link here, but he's very speedy with the phase boots. Body block, not going to help you until the glimpse. Oh, the glimpse gets him anyway. G will stun himself, but now the net, and Link also going to fall. So they're going to lose 3 in the end for this Rex.
5-minute silence.
Not enough. Well, they got a second lane of Rax. It was the melee as well. It was a expensive investment, but they also got some kills before VP successfully defended. So that was even, and well, 2 lanes of Rax up now.
I just noticed for some reason I had my voice volume option at max for some reason. Like, all the heroes are just screaming at me. It's ridiculous. Maybe that's why I couldn't hear you.
Which one is the worst one to be screamed at by for you?
Death Prophet, like, it's terrifying.
I actually can't hear my endgame. I had to turn it down because you're bellowing into my ears.
I'm just trying to enunciate.
Uh-huh. No, it's all good. They'll go on Jottam now. Blink Stomp's there. The double edge follow-up connects. And that'll be the kill for the CM. Looking for NS as well, but we'll just beat his retreat. Looks like he will make it out safely. And next fight, he will have his Ags if he doesn't die real soon. Could the Ags be the tide turner? Well, speaking of big items, Sand King almost has a Shiva's Guard. This is a very farmed Sand King support.
Oh no, he dropped his boots. His boots, he doesn't know what his boots are. Look at him. He disassembled his boots. And
yeah, why would you do it in the middle of the trees?
Well, he was trying to shop, and he was trying to sell the energy booster and get the Mystic Staff for the Shivas, but...
I've learned the hard way not to disassemble items.
Hey, look, he lost his item. His energy booster is over here. Holy shit. Wait.
You didn't see it? Oh no, he's got it now.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, stressing me out here, Unicorn.
That's funny. He disassembled his items and they just went to random locations in the trees.
Yeah, I'm so paranoid about disassembling items near trees now. Like, I refuse to do it.
You ever just take your enemies or your allies' items from the courier and just drop them in trees?
No. That's kind of a salty move, man.
I know a guy who does that. It's fucked up.
But you would never do it, of course.
I mean, I play to win always.
Except when the game's lost.
Some games are unwinnable, like this one.
Here comes the song from VP. They'll try and contest this. Disruptor Ags is online. He sold his boots for this, NS did, so Rise can't BKB. He's actually dropping quite fast. Gets Grave, though. Keeps him alive for now. Link also falling quickly as well. They're forced to drop an Epicenter. Rise, will he fall? Yes, he does on the backside. ars-art comes in, cleans him up. That Disruptor Aghanim's almost enough to change the game just by itself. Link falling quickly as well. They've got an ensnare available. Gets fogged. Can't get off that ensnare just yet. Now the turnaround comes. G needs to stun soon, but he's been silenced. He'll stun himself. Then they get the double barrel off. Once again, focusing on Illidan. He's bringing them down quickly with Riptide. With burn damage over time, it's just not enough. The Death Prophet's too tanky. Suddenly she's at full HP. She's chasing onto ars-art. This is probably VP and their death throws here. Sankey tried to blink. Looks like it got canceled. Just popped the Shivas casually. Can't get the kill, and the Naga buys back. Well, that'll be the death of Link. There's a Grave here, but don't see him getting out of this one. Can he... Well, is there TP? Oh, Graves himself, and leaves Link to die. And now comes back in with a heal, but it will not matter. Nice heals. Find him a bit of time here, and Link, he'll still fall. Noda's got to get out as well. Glimpse available. Hides in the trees, and should end up escaping in the end. So, VP, they hang on. They hang on, but they cost them a Naga buyback.
Yeah, one buyback's not that bad, though.
Yeah, I guess
that was actually a really, really good fight for them. It was like really well played. They what they were able to do is extend the team fight and take it, make it much longer than the BKB durations from MYM and the Dragonite ult and the Ghost from Death Prophet wore off, and at that point, MYM's really not that strong. Like after they use all their spells, so.
Yeah, and that's where Naga excels as well. You get off like 3-4 Riptides in a fight, and you're burning them with Radiance the entire time. And Death Prophet ult ends, and then she's not so scary. But like the good news from MYM is if they take a fight in the next 3-4 minutes and they win, and Naga doesn't have the Aegis, that is game, because she will not have buyback. So there's a window here where MYM are gonna have some opportunities to just force the issue, and actually Prophet bought back as well. So I guess a little bit earlier in the engagement. So it was a double buyback for VP, not just a single.
Oh, double buyback? Who else buyback?
Prophet. Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
I guess I shouldn't say Prophet, because
that's what Furent does, though. That's a 2-life hero. Like, he always buys back.
Yeah. That's a good term for it. 2-life hero.
Yeah, he's got a free Aegis.
Well, free.
Not exactly free, but he farms fast, so...
You know what other item has gone from being like one of the least bought items on Dota to one of the most popular is Mjolnir. Everyone's buying Mjolnir nowadays.
Yeah, Alchemist needs a Mjolnir.
He went Blade Mail.
Who else? Dragonite needs one. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, this Dragonite build, I've seen it. You go like BKB, Heart, Mjolnir, and then, oh, team fight. You got this.
Oh, team fight. The Static Storm's here. They can't get off any spells just right yet. Centaur held in position. The Death Prophet ult's doing its work. Then the Epicenter from Unicorn brings them all low. Link is just surging in. He's got the Mjolnir buff on him. They can't touch him. Now ars-art forced after the low ground. Trapped out. Trying to bring down Unicorn on the way out. Can't do it. Now, the chase the other direction. G looking for the stun out. Remember, the Naga cannot afford to die here. If she dies, it's game. But if she's afraid to die, it might also be game. Yeah,
great deny by G. Suicide.
So you were saying about the Dragonite build.
Oh yeah, the Dragonite build, you get the Mjolnir and a Blade Mail. And nobody can hit you, and you just go in.
And that hero hurts too. You really can't ignore him. Even with like mediocre items because of the splash. He does so much damage over time to the enemy team.
GG.
Well, GG indeed. It's an end score 35-23. MYM get on the board. They're 1-1 now after their first day of play. rox.kis the clear winners. They're 2-0. Relax 0-1, and VP also 0-1. So, well, it's only day one. We've got a total of 28 games coming up. So, only got through 3 today, but 25 to go. And we'll be seeing you guys a bit later on in the tournament for the American qualifiers as well.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, PPD, before I let you go, buddy, any shout-outs, anything you want to plug? Any words of wisdom for the viewers out there?
Nah, just shout out to my Twitter, PPD Dota, and then I'm going to stream here in a bit, probably. Play some NEL, In-House League, and that's Twitch TV/PPD, so I'd appreciate it if anyone wants to come watch.
All right, thank you very much, Peter. It's always a pleasure having you on. Really enjoy the insight, and guys, with that being said, you can also follow myself, LD, on Twitter, twitter.com/LDDota, and most importantly, Kpoptosis, the man with the stats, twitter.com/Kpoptosis. But that will wrap up day one of the Summit Europe. We have 4 more slots open. Navi, DK, they're coming to LA. Who's going to join them? Well, we won't know for some time, but within the next 2 weeks or so, most of the qualifier slots will have been decided. So with that being said, we'll wrap it up now for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and big shout out to Twitch, of course, our primary sponsor for the event. But we will see you tomorrow for more. Actually, we'll see you guys sooner than tomorrow because we have DreamHack Bucharest starting at midnight PST, 9 a.m. Central European Summer Time. So yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. See you later.